Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nushana binti Rosi. So for today, I will present about background of the studies. So stress is defined as a burden, pressure, anxiety, and worries. And the modern world nowadays, which is seen to be a world of achievement and also a world of stress. And stress is believed to be a cause by the various problems that exist, such as problems at school, financial problems, and their surroundings. This is basically defined by Law 2014. And stress is the most emotional or mental state that students experience during their studies, and the result of the wide range of issues including tests, exam burden, demand course, different education system, and thinking about future upon graduating make the stress become more very stressful. This is basically defined by the Ramli, Alawi, and et al. 2018. And the pressure to perform well in the examinations, tests, time allocate makes academic environment very stressful, and this is likely to affect the social relations both within university and outside, since there is a conflict with a social life of one with the social life. And the researchers have decided to focus on these three areas, which is academic stress, personal problems, and relation with others, as the variable that could influence the stress among students in UiTM, inshallah. So based on the analysis, the independent variable is academic stress, personal problem, relation with others, and the dependent variable is stress. So this review we got from the 15th journal that we analyzed, and these three IV got the highest rating, and we decided to choose this. So that's all for me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Warna Hidayah. Today I will present about problem statement in our research. The level of stress among students is high. The occurrence of stress is extremely common amongst university students who has to survive academically and to prepare themselves for further graduate and for professional training. This is from Pandya et al. 2018. And also the levels of academic and environmental stress among students in College of Education in EIT was intensively discovered, which is this from Yi, Kelo, Yemens, and Karanans 2018. And many students nowadays are facing with new challenges in fulfill into academic demands made up by society to perform in various role, which is causes heavily stress for them, this is from Law 2014. Malaysia students was unable to regulate themselves well when facing a high level of stress, which is in academic stress. This is from Haji Ramli 2018.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Warna Hidayah, and I will present about the literature review, which is from chapter 2. So the first point is there is a relationship between academic stress and stress, which is the overall prevalence of stress was 91.1%, and the vast majority of students, 94.4%, were stressed due to academic reasons based on study of Gupta, Chaudhary, Das, Mondor, and Rajan 2015. They also stated academic-related stress was found to be higher among students who are not conversant with the local language, experience a change in medium of teaching from secondary school to medical school, and resident in a hostel. So the hypothesis for the first IV is there is a relationship between academic stress and stress. So the second IV, which is personal problem, according to the Urging 2011, findings considered amounts of research carried out in the Western countries indicate strong relationship between stress and depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and suicidal ideation. It was also proven without doubt that among the factors identified as source of stress were their studies, peer pressure, family problems, financial problems, and others. So the second hypothesis is there is a relationship between personal problem and stress. And then the third IV, which is relation with other people. The construct of positive relations with others, Riff and Singer 2000, refers to having satisfying and trusting relations with other people with a capacity for empathy and intimacy. We propose that positive relations with other people provide a theoretical link with the stress, Riff and Singer 2000. So the third IV, which is a relation with other people, the hypothesis are there is a relationship between relations with other people and stress.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Zaziana Begala Shaisha. Okay, today I will present about the underpinning theory that we use in our research. Okay, the underpinning theory that we use is the conservation of resource model, which is COR model. What we can relate this COR model with our study is source of stress for student. So the first source is intrinsic to job. The student may stress with the workload that they receive from when they study in the university, and other than that, they may stress with the time pressure to submit the assignment or the work that they need to send. Okay, the other source is role in organization, which is the student is conflict with the may conflict with the students or their friends, or may conflict with their lecturers. The third source is career development, which is for the last SEM student that they need to find the internship placement. That might be stress for them because they may receive more rejected from the company. And the fourth source is the relationship at work. So I can relate is the poor relationship the student with their lecturers and their friends. And the last source is the organization structure and climate. Okay, the students in university may conduct more events. So not all of the event they get the budget. From that, they need to find their own budget itself. So they might contribute to stress to them because they need to find more finance to for their event. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ibrahim Mausin, and today I will explain about the chapter 3. Okay, so 3.1 is research design, which is for these studies we use the descriptive and correlational, which is the descriptive is aimed to accurately and systematically describe the populations, and correlational, which is we use to measure the two variables that relate to each other. And 3.2 is population, and population for this research is students from Faculty of Business and Management, UiTM Puncak Alam. And 3.3 is sampling frame, which is from the high-level academic sources. We get the amount of Faculty of Business and Management students, which is 5,498 students. So 3.4, which is sample size. So from the population that we get, which is students from Faculty Business and Management, which is 5,000. So the sample size is 357 students, which is we get from the Craigie and Morgan table. And 3.5, which is sampling technique, which is we use the convenience, where the sample is drawn from the parts of population which is close to the hands. And 3.6 is unit analysis. The unit analysis that we use in the study is individuals. And 3.7, which is the data collection procedures, and this is the descriptive study, which is we conduct using a survey methods. And the data that we collected on November 2019 from the high and wide academic sources from UiTM Puncak Alam, which is Faculty of Business and Management. So this research was done by booking an appointment with the HEA staff, and it also done by booking appointment with the lecturer to seek lecturer's approval on the questionnaires. And next is 3.8, which is instruments. For section A, we have demographic, which is 4 items. Section B, academic stress, that we have 10 items. And section C, personal problem, which is 12 items. Section D, relation with other people, 6 items. And last section, which is stress, 19 items. And 3.9, which is reliability and validity, which is Chromba Alpha. For section B, which is academic stress, is 0.767, and section C, which is personal problem, Chromba Alpha is 0.616, and section D, relations with other people, 0.659, and lastly is stress, which is 0.893. And lastly is data analysis. For RO1 and RQ1, we analyze using the Pearson correlations, and RO2 and RQ2 we get from Pearson correlations, and RO3 and RQ3 we get from Pearson correlation, and lastly RO4 and RQ4 we get from multiple regression. So that's all. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Nur Azima binti Awang. Today I will present about the correlation table. The first question that was asked to me is about the R value. What is R value? R value is correlation coefficient. Next, I will talk about the correlation table, which is about the R value and P value. For the first IB, which is academic stress, the correlation coefficient R is 0.350. So it shows the significant positive, low positive relationship between academic stress and stress. The significant value or P value for academic stress is 0.000. The value is below than 0.05, so it have a significant relationship between academic stress and stress. The higher the academic stress, the higher the stress. Next, for second IB, which is personal problem, the R value is 0.059. It shows that there is no significant positive relationship between personal problem and stress. And now for significant value, the significant value is 0.267. The P value is higher than 0.05, so it is not significant. For the last IB, which is relations with other people, the R value is 0.384. So it shows that it has a significant positive, low positive relationship between relations with other people and stress. The P value is 0.000. The value is below than 0.05, so it is significant. It shows the significant relationship between academic and between personal relations with other people and stress. This indicates that the higher the relation with other people, the higher the stress. Okay, that's all.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Suhaila binti Subarman. So today I would like to explain about multiple regression for my topics. So all the three variables which is academic stress, personal problem and relation with other peoples, will explain 21.6% of the variance R squared 0.216 in stress. Another 72.4% are explained by the other variables. Next, I will explain about the beta. Beta shows which is the most influence stress. Based on table 4.7, it indicates that the most variable that influence is relation with other people, which is beta 0.316. 31.6% of relation with other people influence stress, and it is significant. This followed by academic stress as beta 0.268, and it is significant. The last variable is personal problem, which is beta 0.2 and is not significant. That's all. Thank you.